this is Tracy from Northeast Tarot, and welcome to your July 2018 monthly tarot forecast. This is for Libra Sun, Libra Moon, and Libra Rising signs. So Libra, for this reading, I'm using the Thelema Tarot deck along with the Wisdom of the Golden Path Oracle cards, and I also will be pulling you a Romance Angel Oracle card as well. Alright, Libra, so at the bottom of the deck, I do have the Sun. Okay, let's see here, Libra. This is what I'm using as the overall energy. So the Sun is one of the most positive cards within the entire deck. For me, it is a healing energy. It does represent abundance in many forms, success, happiness, truly feeling content. Can also represent your children or a child that is significant. For some of you, the Sun's energy could be coming in and highlighting something for you. Sometimes the Sun comes in and it shines its light upon certain things that you need to be aware of. So obviously that's not all of you, but for that handful of Librans that, you know, you were maybe seeking some answers, wanting clarity, something could be coming to light. You could be finding something out here. Right at the center, I do have Strength. So yes, this is the overall energy, but because we also have Strength here, the Sun and Strength for me both can represent the sign of Leo. So there could be some Librans that are dealing with a Leo person. A Leo could be significant, or maybe you have Leo in your chart. Now, we have Strength crossed by the Devil. And so Strength is you know, being strong, Libra, having that inner strength or that courage that you need. It is a patient energy, so some of you may be waiting, being strong, being patient, staying calm. And if you are waiting, you know, this could be the challenge for you, is the Devil, which I feel is too much in your head. You have some mental energy here. So I feel like this is you, maybe you could be obsessing. You are an air sign, so you tend, you know, to, you know, be in your head a lot. So just take caution with that. Obviously, that's not all of you. But those of you that you find yourself right at the start of July or even the end of June, you know, maybe obsessing about something, fearing the worst, too much in your head, and with the Devil energy, it's like crossed a line. It's no longer serving you, needing to take back your power or take control of your thoughts. So just be aware of that. The Devil can also represent feeling stuck, feeling trapped, being in an environment or a situation or a relationship. Something is no longer serving you, so needing to free yourself. Now, with Strength here, some of you are maybe going within and, you know, finding that courage to be able to do this. Now, it might be a process. It might not be happening exactly, you know, right at the start of the month. Some of you maybe have to go within and find that inner strength or that courage to be able to sever ties or leave a difficult situation. Or it could be an addiction, a bad behavior, something that's no longer serving you, though. Right at your foundation, I have the Ten of Swords, which the Ten of Swords is representing a difficult period. Some of you went through a difficult period, a difficult time, but that is a cycle that's completing. The worst is behind you. But I think that some of you are still in it. So this cycle has completed. You're in the process of starting the next cycle or chapter, whatever you want to call it. You're in that process right now, and I think you're kind of unburdening yourself. And some of you may be healing, definitely. And that's why right at the start of the month or the end of June here, You might still kind of feel restricted in some way. But again, that's not all of you. That's not all of you. It is just a general reading, so that is just some of you. The Ace of Swords here, in the recent past, some of you could have used this sword and severed ties, but you know, if it's like a divorce, it takes time to be final. So some of you could have ended a relationship with the Ace of Swords, you know, severed those ties, or began the process here, but you know, obviously still maybe feeling chained. If it is a divorce, that needs to be final. Ace of Swords can also represent that clarity. Maybe you seeing something clearly, or finding something out, hearing the truth, speaking the truth. Here with the Ace of Swords, it is also a card of victory, but it's victory after dealing with some challenges or some difficulties. And we know that you have the 10 here at your foundation, so the 10 to the 1 is really good. The worst is behind you, and like I mentioned, you are starting that next cycle. Now, crowning you, we do have Justice. So, you know, some of you in the process of maybe getting a divorce, and you know, that's you starting the next chapter, next cycle of your life here, the next phase. You are in that process, and justice will be served, and things will be made right and equal for all parties. Some of you want justice. You want that fairness to come in, especially, you know, if something was done to you unfairly. Could be dealing with a Leo, could be dealing with a Capricorn, but you know, you're a Libra, so you know, we know that you want justice to be served. You want things to be made right and fair. Also, balance might be needed, balancing your thoughts, your emotions, knowing that maybe you need to bring in a little bit more balance in some way. Now, this is interesting because coming up in the near future, around the second week, we have the 9 of Swords. And so we see quite the progression here from the 9, 10, then the 1. So lots of swords energy here, which is that mental energy. So in your head a lot. And so that's why, you know, I feel like some of you need to take back your power, take control. You know, this is why we have readings, so you can see what's coming up. And you can make changes. You can do something about this, Libra. Some of you, because we have Justice crowning you, you already know that this is needed. You already know that you need to balance your thoughts or your emotions. You already know this. 9 of Swords is some of you, not all of you, maybe overthinking things. Worrying excessively, worrying, stuck in your head, losing sleep. Really fearing the worst, dealing with some anxiety. And I feel like some of you are worrying unnecessarily. I really do. Now, if I remember correctly, when I did your Vimeo Love Tarot forecast for the month of July, and if this is in regards to a relationship, I definitely recommend checking that reading out, because a lot of these same energies came up, similar energies came up for that reading. And, you know, for some of you on the love front, you could be suspecting your partner of something, overly worrying about your partner, your relationship, things like that. Because, you know, we have this 9 of Swords in the position of your power. I have the 7 of Swords, which isn't always negative. It represents several different things. And I feel like for some of you, you know, you could be suspecting a partner of something, and that's why you're seeking that clarity. But then other Librans watching this, you know, you might have caught a partner doing something. You might have caught someone doing something. And if it's not a partner, this could be, you know, an employee. This could be really anybody, a friend, someone you work with, your boss. I mean, you might have found something out. Maybe you feel tied at the moment. Some of you definitely could have found something out. Justice is crowning you. You know what's right. You know what's wrong. You want things to be made right. This is most likely for those of you that caught someone doing something, or something unfair is happening. You know, you're not okay with it. You're not okay with it, but your inner strength is going to help you get through this situation. And, you know, most likely when it's said and done, you actually will be a much stronger person because of this. So just be aware of that. And with the sun as the overall energy, you know, maybe you've seen something, but maybe something wasn't fully exposed. It will be in the month of July, because like I mentioned, the sun comes in and it highlights things. So if someone is being shady or sneaking around, it will come to light. So those of you that are overly worried about something, there really is no need to worry, because just let things happen. If someone is kind of like building up their own karmic debt, you know, that's on them. So just see what happens. If someone is doing something wrong, it will come to light. It will surface. So there's really no need to stress about it. Just sit back and see what's going to happen. This is energy around the 3rd week. In the position of how those around you are viewing you, we have the Emperor, which is someone who's strong, someone who's empowered. The Emperor is the boss, in control, taking back their power. So some Librans, you fell out of power or stuck here for the first half of the month here. But by the 3rd week here, the Emperor is someone who is taking back their power. So some of you feel more in control here at this time. 7 of Swords is a risky energy. It's also someone who's creating their own path, making their own way, taking action all by themselves, working independently here. So some of you, that's what you're doing. And then 5 of Wands in the hopes and fears, fearing conflicts, arguments, not getting along with certain people, energies, fearing challenges. And then energy that you're leaving the month of July with, we have the Knight of Swords. So for those of you that are dealing with a challenging energy, if not a Leo or a Capricorn, could definitely be a fellow air sign. At least that's what I'm getting here. So maybe another Libra, a Gemini, or an Aquarius. Knight of Swords can be someone who's younger or someone who's acting young, acting immature. For those of you that this is a character. For other Librans, this is your energy and you're getting out of dodge. The Knight of Swords acts incredibly fast. He wants to charge forward. He's impatient. So maybe taking some sort of action, taking that risk, taking some sort of action, making your own way, creating your own path, feeling empowered, feeling in charge, doing what you feel with justice crowning you, doing what you feel is right. And so we see you charging forward in some way, moving forward, taking action, not allowing yourself to live in this energy any longer, which is great. That's what I feel, which is wonderful. Not wanting to feel stuck or trapped or stuck in your head any longer. And so, you know, justice will prevail. You will be successful in the end and you will be a much stronger person. Let's clarify this Devil. For Libra, let's take a look at the Devil. Libra. Clarifying the Devil. There also could be a few of you Librans that maybe you've been waiting to sign a document, a contract, or maybe some sort of legal resolution to come through. And so that's what you're worried about. That's what you're stressing about. That resolution is on its way. If you're waiting on paperwork, it's on its way. Okay, and then let's take a look at the Seven of Swords, which I do feel like for some of you, it's you maybe taking a risk, charging forward, moving forward, maybe taking some sort of action here, doing what you feel is right. But for some of you, it can be you dealing with, you know, a shady character of some kind. Interesting. Okay, so looking at the Devil, clarifying the Devil, we have the Seven of Cups, the Two of Swords, and the King of Swords. So those of you that it's a legal situation, waiting on maybe hearing from your attorney, waiting for more options to become available to you, looking at your options, maybe not knowing exactly what you should do, and that's why you feel stuck. The good news is you're coming up in your element, because for many of you, this is you, air sign energy, King of Swords, serious, focused, cutting through any BS, wanting to end this, wanting to get out of this situation, maybe just waiting for more options to become available, or, you know, looking at those options that you have in front of you and trying to make a decision. But, you know, for many of you, this is your energy, preparing on using this sword, and really focused, really focused. And then looking at the Seven of Swords, Knight of Cups, High Priestess, and Eight of Rods. Interesting. So maybe someone keeping secrets, High Priestess, someone acting mysterious. Could be this Prince Charming here. Knight of Cups could be water sign energy, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Or knights tend to not stick around for a long time. So if this is on the love front, maybe you're realizing that. Maybe you're suspecting that they're up to something, or they have hidden or intentions. And they could be communicating with you via text or asking you out, something like that, through text messages. But this is a suspicious energy. For those of you that are taking action, listening to your intuition, moving forward, Eight of Rods, again, Knight of Swords here, moving forward. Let's pull you an additional guidance card. And, you know, the second half of the month here, there could be a lot going on, a lot happening. You have some faster paced energies here at this time. What else does Libra need to know? Please show me additional guidance for Libra. All right, and then I'm also pulling you a Romance Angel Oracle card. As always, though, Libra, over on Vimeo, I do have the Love Tarot forecast for this month of July posted. All right, so we do have New Beginning. This is the overall guidance card that I have for you. So new beginning. Some of you, yes, you went through some difficulties. You do have this new beginning that you are starting. So don't worry so much. This is what you're charging towards. Beautiful. And then on the love front, we have passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. So those of you that are in a relationship, it could be a very passionate month for you guys. For others, you could be meeting someone. You definitely could be meeting someone with this Knight of Cups. Maybe you're going to ask someone out. Maybe someone's going to ask you out. There could be a strong desire. Just make sure that they have the right intentions. Okay, Libra. So I hope that you found this reading helpful. If you are not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. If you are interested in having a private reading, please check out northeasttarot.com. I wish you guys a great month.